Hey, Chris Matthew here. Doing a little bit more hacking on the Compute Supercomputer over the weekend, and I was playing with the idea of MapReduce. Basically indexing or filtering over data sets, and then coming up with an answer at the end. And I started playing with the existing computes paradigm, and I think this works without changing anything. So I found a simple calculation for pi, and it needs the previous answer to calculate the next answer. So kind of like serial or synchronous computing would work in this whole distributive supercomputing model. So the formula is basically 4 divided by whatever the data counter is, and then there's like a plus 1 and a plus 2, and you alternatively add or subtract those responses. So uh, I created just it's like a 40 line JavaScript example that connects to the compute supercomputer. On ready, it kicks off just one operation. That formula I just showed you with the interval counter that starts at 2. And then pi is set to like 3 to start with. And then on that operation, remember computes looks for on result, and then that can process the response. So on result just kind of flips back and forth. It says, hey, if the operator is plus this time, add the results to the cumulative of pi and set it to minus, and vice versa on the minus. And then what happens is you increment the interval and then you call the operation again. So what we have is the operation computing and then creating an answer and then calling. Then the result itself creates another operation. It could be distributed and land on any core around the world. So very simplistic idea, but I think this is the basics of MapReduce without needing to change the underlying framework, at least at this time, and could be used for synchronous programming. So let me show you kind of how it works. So I've got, not only do I have these cores running, but I also have the Beowulf. I don't know if you can see that there, little Beowulf Raspberry Pi 2 cluster there. So if we go to here and I say npm or node npm MapReduce, this is that example I just showed you. This just shows you it connects, and then it iterates over the examples one at a time. There we go. So we're calculating pi using MapReduce or synchronous type of programming.